Welcome to Underground Crypto. Thanks for being here. Wanted to bring this to the community. Plume. I'm seeing it everywhere. Twitter, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. And as always, we are going to shoot this right over to Nova and let her give us all the details to kick this one off.
Hello Underground Crypto family. Plume is a game changer in crypto, bringing real-world assets, RWAs, into DeFi with a fully integrated, EVM-compatible blockchain. Imagine tokenizing real estate, commodities, and revenue streams, turning them into tradable, yield-bearing digital assets. Its ecosystem is packed with over 180 apps, 3.75 million testnet users, and a staggering 265 million transactions in just 8 weeks. Backed by $4.5 billion in committed assets, Plume is set to reshape finance. With key features like Plume Chain for on-chain RWAs, Plume Arc for tokenization services, and Plume Passport for seamless user interaction, this project is built for mass adoption. Strategic partnerships, including Mercado Bitcoin's $40 million RWA initiative, cement Plume's place as the future of finance. If you're into programmable data-rich assets, Plume is the blockchain to watch. Who founded this project? Plume was co-founded in 2023 by CEO Chris Een, Chief Business Officer Teddy Porn-Prinya, and Chief Technology Officer Eugene Shun. Back to you.
We kick off every video over here at CoinGecko, right? So it is number 177 by market cap. It moved up. I found this project yesterday. It was at like 169 by market cap, sitting at about 17 cents, almost 18 cents, but we're down 8% today, right? No big deal. This thing was up over 30% yesterday. Of course, after a huge pump, we're going to give that back. So if we look at the 7-day chart, you know, we were as low as 12.5 cents. And we ran all the way up the other day to 19.5 cents, almost to 20 cents here just yesterday. And you can see this big move here. It went from 14.5 to 19.5. So a nice move up. It was saying about 30%. Of course, the next day, the next couple of days, it's going to probably give back a little bit as it consolidates before another run or dump, depending on how the market is going to move, right? But when we're looking at these projects, we're really breaking down what are the projects. This is not about hopping in and day trading and all of that type of stuff. If you like technical analysis, Crypto Lifer, best TA in the crypto game on YouTube, hands down, go check him out. So $355.1 million in market cap and 10 billion coins in supply, max supply that is, and circulating supply is only 2 billion coins. So of course there's a disparity there. Is that concerning? It could be, but this is also a new project. Most projects, aside from meme coins, don't tend to put out the whole max supply. Doesn't make sense right off the bat, right when they launched the project. I'm not quite sure how long this project has been out, but it's new on my radar, and I'm keeping up with these things pretty well. So I'm going to say it's probably not been fully launched for very long. Contract address, Ethereum. This is a very RWA, DeFi kind of financial tool and project. So I'm not surprised at all to see this be on the Ethereum blockchain. Got their website, their communities. We'll be going over their Twitter, our classic Twitter smell test. And as I always say, what I think is most important, the market. So you can get it on Bybit, HTX, Bygate, Gate.io, Mexi Global, one of my favorite places, KuCoin, Arbit, BitThumb. There are so many of these markets and exchanges popping up. These all look like centralized exchanges to me. Let's see if we can find, okay, it is Ethereum, so naturally Uniswap Volume 3 is probably going to be your only decentralized exchange unless there are some other matcha. I've seen that one a lot. So this is Ethereum. So if you want decentralized exchange to buy this coin, you're going to need one that is an Ethereum decentralized exchange. See if there's anything else worth looking at. Let's hop over to the 7-day market cap. It's going to look pretty much just like the price because, of course, price is out of the market cap that controls that. And with that said, not a whole lot more to show here. The biggest highlight and takeaway would probably be the disparity between the max supply and the circulating supply. Hopefully the website can give us some more information about that. All right, as we always say, narrative is the most important thing here in crypto. The narrative here is real world assets, also known as RWAs. And this niche, has picked up a lot of steam in the crypto world and is in the financial sector. Now, it might not be as interesting to a lot of people, your meme coin people, as other things, but big money is most interested in this and not meme coins. So you have to look at it through that lens. So if big finance has a lot of money and they put money in it, market cap goes up, price goes up. If you don't understand that, hopefully you do now. So let's jump right into this. Your hub for everything RWA. Transforming assets into globally accessible financial tools with true crypto narrative utility. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say or do should be taken as financial advice. And if you need a financial advisor, then you should go hire one. Ecosystem community technology, seamless RWA distribution, fully end-to-end. 18 million unique addresses, 280 million transaction, 4 billion plus assets available, and 180 live protocols. So ecosystem, the industry's best project and teams live on Plume. You got some Nest Yield, Ondo Yield, and this Credible, which is a private credit. Those are all for yields. And community, 3 million plus native crypto users who believe in RWAs. So they have 1 million X followers over on X, Twitter, 150,000 Discord members, and 240,000 Telegram subscribers. This is just them toting their statistics, I guess. Technology, blockchain, Plume Passport, and Arc, bringing anything on chain. So Arc looks like the vehicle that is bringing assets onto the blockchain. Cutting edge infrastructure and products. So let's go ahead and move down. Press says Plume Network and Brazil's Mercado Bitcoin to tokenize $40 million worth of RWAs. And these are all from the block, and then Fortune Crypto. Plume Network picked by Superstate to power multi-chain expansion, and Plume gets $20 million in funding to build a real-world asset financial ecosystem. Obviously, they must have moved way past that because they're touting over $4 billion in assets in their project or on their chain. Well, they're on Ethereum, but in their project, better said. Backed by the best, so here are some people. Hashkey is one that I recognize. These are some partnerships, I should say. Supercrypt. A lot of these I'm not familiar with. Galaxy. Some people may know that. 280 Capital. So if you wanted to dig into their partners, if you were really taking this deep dive to another level, you could do that. I'm not going to do that because I think most people are probably not going to go that far. Permissionless crypto native composable, fully on-chain, 24/7 DeFi ready, liquid, global. So some keywords there. And that's pretty much the end of their website. Now, at the top, they have a few more things for us to look at. This website's pretty simple, but it does look well put together if I'm kind of judging it as I go along. Let's go over to the team because it's really important that, especially with a financial project like this, as many people may know from meme coins, a lot of times the team is not doxed and you don't know who they are, and their pictures on a page like this are like a bunch of NFTs with some names down there. It means absolutely nothing. So I'm really happy that Nova pointed out that this CBO or Teddy, I'm not even going to say his last name because I'm not sure how to say it, but you got Chris Yin. And so these people were highlighted by Nova as being predominant people in finance and tech prior to this project being started. And I'm not going to read all these names and bore everybody with this, but they have real pictures of real people that are on the team. So that looks far more trustable than most meme coin websites that we look at. Careers, maybe you could get hired if you wanted to. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in here. Looks like they have PUSD. That's worth noting. That is a stable coin that looks like will be a part of their ecosystem. Let's pop over to ecosystems. And I could run through a lot of these for you, but this is something that somebody would have a very specific question and want to look at. As you see, I'm just scrolling through. You can pause and look at any of these that you want. These are all the different projects within their ecosystem. It's pretty hefty. They got quite a few. From real estate to liquid assets, stable coins, RWA marketplace. That's pretty cool. perps, perpetuals, legal tech, all kinds of stuff down here, right? They got MetaMask as a wallet. So these are all the things that are within their ecosystem. I could make this a 2-hour video going into all of that. But let's go ahead. I'm trying to keep these videos a little bit shorter. Let's go ahead and jump over to our Twitter smell test. All right, time for the Twitter smell test. Got this Twitter directly from the CoinGecko link. I do want to say I'm going to be cutting this a lot shorter, simplifying this Twitter smell test. It's all about ratio, and that's basically the point. I went ahead and gave them a follow. Crypto Ron, follow me, blue check mark over on Twitter. I would greatly appreciate that. 1.1 million followers, so they said they had over a million, and they do. No pin posts. 32 minutes ago, they're at 4.4 thousand impressions. 32 minutes ago, 1.9 thousand impressions. And another thing about the Twitter smell test is this is usually for low market cap projects, meme coins. We just want to see how legitimate they are, right? So if it's a brand new meme coin came out and it's already at 1 million followers, the odds are pretty good that they're probably paying for followers. Nobody gets followers that fast, right? So that's kind of the idea here. Gold is putting Bitcoin to shame right now. Gold has been pumping if you were not aware of that. A little video 3 hours ago, 43,000 impressions. And to really get somewhere with this, let's go look for something farther down. So March 13, just a little post, just words, no picture, 8.8 thousand impressions. This one has 12,000 impressions, also from March 13, about AGIXBT. And then let's scroll down some more. 41,000 impressions, and this was March 11th. Here, there was one that was a little video. Let's see how that did. So that did a little bit better, got 30,000 impressions. So obviously, I believe this project is completely legitimate. That's my personal opinion. And it seems to check out here with this project not being as sexy as other projects, not being, great artwork and meme coins and hype. I would expect it to maybe get less impressions, even though they have a lot of followers, right? So usually at this point of the video, I'm going to do my gut rating 1 through 10. How do I feel about this project? Now I'm rating this based off of this Bitcoin 4-year cycle, this being the last year of the bull run to the end of 2025, maybe beginning of 2026. That is how the 4-year Bitcoin cycle has mostly run and how much I think it may appreciate, not financial advice, before the end of the bull run. So I'm going to give this out of 1 through 10. I'm going to give this an 8. The reason why I'm giving it a bit of a higher ranking, even though it's on Ethereum blockchain, I think I'd rather see it somewhere else, but this is financial. And so financial is not going to get as much hype, I don't think, on Solana. Maybe Coinbase would have been a good choice for this, but is Coinbase-based ecosystem built out as much as Ethereum? No. Way more developers over on Ethereum. So I'm going to give it an 8. That's just my personal opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Trying to keep them a little bit shorter and a little more straight to the point. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Educated in the masses, open up.